Oh, I will stream it. I think if it's possible to stream
Okay.
Russian and Canadian reading Bible, study Bible. Yeah, I think we'll try to stream it. Pick, quick pick. Okay, okay. Here my window is David. I hope it's going well. 1, 2, 3. Aha, okay. Okay, David, we can continue, I think.
Okay. I
This,
think we.
yeah, Genesis 8, if I
Yeah.
am not mistaken.
Yeah. Should I start?
Yes, be my guest.
Just turning on lights. All right. Uh, but God remembered Noah and all the all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. They went down. All the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At, at the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. And on the 17th day, on the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat.
Hey,
Eh,
familiar places, no? Very familiar places. Ararat. Wow, so nice. Even here, you you meet some mentions about Armenia.
oh, really?
Yeah. Ararat is in Turkey. Yeah, we call it Ararat. Ararat.
Okay.
I think I'll share. Now, okay, I continue.
Okay.
The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground, but the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth, so it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. The Noah knew that the had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it didn't return to him. Please?
By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, then the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By by the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. Um, then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it."
So Noah came out together with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, and all the birds, everything that moves on land, came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and Taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy or living creatures as I have done."
As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease.
Will never cease.
Hmm.
Nice. Okay.
Hmm.
Ararat.
It's where it all began.
Yeah, but I think the God promised one more. How you call it? Judgment day in the future. Oh no.
Hmm. That was with Abraham.
Ah, I mean,
Uh,
okay.
that's in chapter 15, I think,
Okay, we will reach
with
it.
18,
Oh,
chapter 18.
you know Bible so well. How many times have you read the Bible?
I am actually on the progress of my first time.
First time? Come on, I can't believe it.
Well, it's a quite a difficult book to read. Um,
Oh,
right now, I've read up to Psalms, which is about um, yeah,
okay.
1, 2, 3.
I was under impression that you know it by heart.
I've read about 20 books so far,
Oh, okay.
and there's a lot more.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's it's such a deep book. It's hard to read it um, so quickly.
Yeah, I completely understand. It's like a medicine. You take it spoon by spoon, small dosage. Of course, it is
Mhm.
possible to read it pretty fast, but it will be just, you won't have a deep understanding of the book. You just have a
Mhm.
surface understanding on the surface. I know people who read books or read Bible many times. They read, reread, they read 20 times, 100 times, and every time they find something new for them.
Mhm.
Like during
Mhm.
our last session, I understood about this arc conception,
Yeah.
and it's the arc. It's like your internal fortress, which will protect you from bad things outside.
Mm.
I don't know if it was an idea, the main idea of the arc, but I took this conception for myself. That,
Mhm.
you can also build an arc within yourself, which, with help of
Mhm.
religion, maybe some spiritual practices, which will protect you from bad things.
Yeah. Um, many things in the Bible has more than just one meaning. Like
Yeah.
um, that that could very well um, the art could be a representation as kind of what we put into our bodies, like how um, Noah put animals into the ark.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's like a depiction on how we choose to put things into our bodies.
Oh,
Like consuming social media, like taking in
Oh,
things.
yeah. Social media, yeah. Actually, yeah, it's also very interesting which things you put to our account. Social media
Hmm.
is the well, how is your social media situation? I think you're not too much into this social media stuff like Instagram.
Hmm. I actually took a break this this month
Uh,
just to get away get away from it because I was getting a little too into it. Um, I've been using it a little bit more,
mm-hmm.
um, just to connect with people, since
Oh,
especially with people that are from different places, like Armenia and um, from the States as well.
yeah, it's
Uh,
convenient to keep connection like we do it with you on Instagram or WhatsApp.
yeah.
I myself, after coming back to India, I started using Instagram less because
Hmm.
other things, there are other things to do.
Yeah. 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 I got busy, and um, Instagram, like it follows on what you like, and then like it feeds you what you like,
Yeah.
and for some reason it changed to things that I didn't like at all. Like it was like
Maybe you
you,
changed.
maybe.
Instagram
And
doesn't know yet about human transformation. Transformation, at least
yeah,
it will take some time.
yeah. So it was getting a little boring, so I turned it off, found other things to do.
But I have discovered that Instagram is a good learning platform. Mm,
Oh.
yeah, if you're subscribed to correct accounts tag, if you follow correct tags, you can learn many new things like dances or working with different programs, even codings. These days, people make short reels on how to do that thing or this thing with some program, for example, something how to do something in Photoshop or in some
Oh,
other
really?
software. Yeah, there are plenty of it. So Instagram, it is not only about some glamorous girls, etc. There are, yeah, it's also I'm using Instagram mostly to learn something new. I'm subscribed to many accounts which teach branding, marketing, some design stuff, like again Photoshop
Hmm.
tricks, After Effects tricks. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Maybe
very
I
good.
should start create a new account
Yeah,
and just
yeah. Oh
start
Jesus.
to. Hmm.
Yeah, easily there are also accounts about Bible, Jesus with quotes, literature. You can create separate account for this, for maybe with
Hmm.
the quotes of Bible explaining Bible or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah, there are a
Hmm.
lot of that. So, shall
Yeah.
we proceed to the Genesis 10?
Yeah. Um, I think there is just a little bit of chapter 9 there.
I think we are done with chapter 9.
We just finished chapter 8.
Wait. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's we didn't start.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you finished the last chapter, I will starting this one.
Alrighty.
Okay. God's covenant with Noah. Chapter 9. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and on all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything.
Hmm.
Please?
But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. And for your lifeblood, I will, I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand accounting from every animal and from each human being too. I will demand an accounting for the life of another human being.
This is good.
Whoever sheds human blood, by human shall their blood be shed. For the for in the image of God has God made mankind.
Mhm. Okay. As for you, be fruitful and increase in number, multiply on the earth and increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on the earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth.
Hmm. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth.
Nice.
Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and the living creatures of every kind. Never again will waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. Uh,
Okay. So God said to Noah, this is a sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life on the earth. The sons of Noah. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
mhm.
Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the three sons of Noah, and from them came the people who were scattered over the whole earth. Please.
Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. So he drank some of its wine. He became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across his shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body.
Mm-hmm.
Their faces were turned the other way, so that they would not see their father naked. Um,
Okay.
when 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 Noah awoke from his wine and uh, found out that his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan; the lowest of slaves will be his brothers." Um,
Okay.
yeah, you can finish it.
He also said, praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem. And may Canaan be the slave of Japheth. Okay, after the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years and then he died. Wow. Such
Hmm.
life, such a life expectancy without pollution, without pollution. I don't understand why did he get angry with Ham and Canaan?
Um, well, the note my Bible has
Okay.
is says that Noah, the great hero of faith, got drunk, a poor example of godliness to his son.
Mm,
Perhaps the story is included to show us that even godly people can sin, and that their bad influence affects their families.
mm-hmm.
Although the wicked people had been killed, the possibility of evil still existed in the hearts of Noah and his family.
Mm-hmm.
Ham's mocking attitude revealed a severe lack of respect for his father
Ah,
and for God.
okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, it was mocking. The Ham acted in a mocking way. I understand. I just thought that he, oh, okay, told his brother, oh, look, father is drunk. Okay, he did it in a mocking way. Okay, then it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, people should listen to this because when I used to drink alcohol, sometimes people and got drunk also. Okay, I didn't undress myself, but I misbehaved sometimes or acted funny. These days I'm
Yeah.
actually acting funny without being drunk, but nevertheless, yeah, nevertheless, sometimes people used to click my pics or videos of me and also mm, laugh mocking me after this. They mocked me when I got drunk. So I support Noah here, absolutely support him.
uh,
You shouldn't exploit if a person gets drunk or in a vulnerable situation, any vulnerable situation. You shouldn't make fun out of it. Come on. We are
yeah.
all people and anyone can commit mistakes.
Yeah. And it was well he Noah was his father, so it's like
Yeah,
making fun of
especially.
your own father.
Yeah, you should respect your father also, I believe. No, not believe, I believe that this story wants to tell us respect your father. Elders.
Hmm. And it's amazing how God chose a rainbow
Ah,
to
yeah.
symbolize his covenant.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Now, yeah, now I understand. But sometimes I don't see rainbow.
Oh,
After the rain. Next time when the rain starts, after the rain, next time if I don't see the rainbow after the rain, then I'll get tensed. Because it doesn't appear all the time, the rainbow. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't.
hmm.
Yeah.
We, we we normally get um rainbows a lot in winter.
Oh, in winter in Canada,
Yeah, it,
rainbow.
it yeah,
Wow,
it
nice.
it gets so cold that the water in the air freezes
Wow,
and it becomes little mirrors and it
wow,
causes like a ring around the sun.
wow. Oh, I
Uh,
think I've read about it somewhere. Hmm. Wow,
yeah,
cool.
it it's called a sundog.
Thunder. Wow, why we don't have such thing in Russia? It's also pretty cold there. Mm.
Huh.
In
Maybe
Russia, rainbow ice cream is banned of the rainbow
really?
color. Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah.
Oh
It was
my.
a separate law was released probably 1 year ago that rainbow ice cream is not allowed in public. You can't sell rainbow ice cream
Wow.
because of some association with LGBT stuff.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, uh,
Yeah.
but still they can't ban this rainbow, which happens sometimes after the rain. They can't ban this
No.
rainbow.
Clouds, you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah. Nature.
Um,
You can't command nature and the gods covenant promise not to destroy.
yeah. We
But
don't
you
want that to go away.
yeah, we don't want. But see, if the god doesn't want to destroy the earth, but there is still possibility that humans will destroy the earth in case
Mm,
if this nuclear war, blah,
hmm.
it's more than enough to destroy the earth forever.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
Yeah, but God's in control.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's one
Anyways,
thing He's proved here is that no matter how stupid we act, we're that God's still in control.
yeah, true. Because the world was, yes, was on the brink of the nuclear war couple of times at least. A
Oh
couple of
yeah.
times. 1964, in 80s also there were occasions when the nuclear war was about to start between this USSR and America, but by miracle
Mhm.
and the gods help, of course, it stopped. It was prevented.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, I wasn't born yet, but I hear quite a bit with my parents how stressful that was.
Yeah,
And
but now the situation repeats, so you can experience it yourself.
yeah.
Not as bad yet, but it's yet.
Yeah, it yet.
Yes, we'll see.
Uh
Hopefully, it will be okay because now the situation with China also a couple of weeks ago was pretty tense. I think last week. I don't know if you have heard about this Nancy Pelosi visit to Taiwan, and China was
mhm.
very angry about it.
Yeah.
And Russia,
They
China friends.
yeah, they saw that as them provoking each other.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah.
who knows? You don't mess with China. China is very big, but
Yeah. Yeah, but
mm,
it shows here like that we're all fallen, like that no one's excused from um being making wrong decisions like Noah.
yeah, people should try to avoid escalation of the situation.
Very much so.
Because again, it will be two polar world of two these poles like it used to be during the Cold War. Communism, East and West, two big blocks of countries which compete one with each other, and
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Instead of cooperation, competition is not even competition. I believe that competition is okay, it's good, it's a good thing.
hmm
When there is no competition, then bad things start happening. Example,
Very much so.
yeah, but when rivalry or such rivalry open, even not rivalry, it like hostility happens between countries, and it's very bad, dangerous. Competition is good.
hmm Yeah, for sure. That's why we have the Olympics.
Yeah, Olympic, yeah, and for business also good. You get better services and better prices when there is competition.
hmm Yeah, it's
No monopoly.
competition can be good and bad. hmm
But mostly it's good, I think. I believe so. Because one company opened a restaurant, then another opened a restaurant, and they compete between each other, and they fight for the customer. And you, as a customer, you get benefits from it: better prices, better quality of food. Because, in Russia during the Soviet time, communism, we lived without competition. There were no competition. There was state government owned businesses, and the service was low, and quality of service was pretty low. And why to work hard or trying to do something good, the best, if it doesn't affect you? So you
Ah.
go and there's no competition. Even between workers, employees, there were no competition.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
there was a policy
Cool.
that everyone should be equal, and the good employee was equally paid as mediocre employee, and it was
Mm.
pretty frustrating for some people there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be quite. That would be. Yeah. That's it's a different philosophy than here, but it's yeah.
Here, I think you have good competition in Canada and America there. So it's not a question now. Only people think about how to restrict this competition so it doesn't take some ugly forms. Because anything in extreme can become bad. Even competition, even religion can be bad if you're doing it extremely. Then, for example, if you read Holy Bible, then you take some lines of Holy Bible, and then, for example, you go to start fighting with other religions. It's bad. Yeah?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
was crusaders or
Yeah.
crusaders,
Yeah.
they just were coming there to Jerusalem, having wars there. Or inquisition,
Mhm.
Spanish Inquisition. It's like if you're
Mhm.
suspected in some connections with devil, or if you're not Christian, then they take you and torture you, and it was like that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. The cross has been used to do many things, good and bad.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. Yeah, and I know recently the the Christian Church has tried to publicly apologize for the Crusade.
Hmm.
They've gone back and walked their where the Crusades happened, and they went to all the people along the way and apologized on the behalf of the Christian Church.
Wow, this is very nice. This is very nice. I respect this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Accept mistakes even of the past. It shows
Mhm.
that these people are really good to Christianity. It
Mhm.
takes much courage to accept mistakes and apologize, even
Mhm.
for the things which happened so long time ago. Very cool.
Mhm.
Interesting information. I didn't know
Mhm.
about it.
We actually learned it in school.
Oh,
Um, that it was actually there was a lot of war in Europe between France and Britain and
yeah,
Germany,
yeah,
and the Catholic priest wanted to stop these nations from fighting each other, and he thought he could unite them together to fight against the Muslims in
yeah.
Israel. So he thought he was doing a good thing, stopping these Christian nations from fighting each other, but basically trying to divert the conflict from the home ground to like somewhere else.
Yeah.
And yeah, that
Oh,
was not a good idea.
yeah. No, actually, it made some sense. Also, this they wanted to get this, the lands from Bible, because it's Jerusalem and these lands were controlled by Muslims at this time, by Egypt, I believe, by Abbasids. I don't know the name of their dynasty, and
Mhm.
yeah, but these lands were core Christian lands, like Jerusalem. Yeah,
Mhm.
it described in Bible these lands,
Mhm.
and it had some sense to return them. Yeah, but
Mhm. And Jerusalem is a very important city, not just to Christians. It's a holy city to the Muslims and to the Jews as well.
Yeah,
So a lot of people have tried to take that
yeah.
city.
Very important. It mentioned in many holy books, Jerusalem.
Mhm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I think in Bible we will encounter mentions of Jerusalem in the future
Mhm.
chapters. I remember in the childhood, I
Mhm.
I remember mentions of
Yeah.
Solomon, King Solomon, other stuff.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. The Jerusalem is it's part of when Jesus says that he's coming back, that he will uh create a new heaven and a new earth, and he will rebuild Jerusalem as a place where um Jesus will remain as king.
Oh, nice, nice.
So it has very much influence.
I
Um,
think the Jewish people doing still pretty well with their
mhm.
Jerusalem. They trying uh, their best to help Jesus. I don't know if they believe in Jesus, Jewish people. I think they should, or they have some other god. Hmm.
Um, so how it was told to me is that the Jews, they believe in the Old Testament Bible.
Okay.
They don't have the like where it starts about Jesus, like the New
Ah,
Testament. Their
ah,
Bible doesn't have that.
okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Uh, to be honest, the Jews are still waiting for their savior to come.
Okay, okay,
They
okay.
they they didn't believe that Jesus was the savior.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay, I understand now. See, there is no much difference to be honest, because even the same book, in the same book we
Hmm.
believe, we just believe, they just believe in the first part and we follow the both parts, I believe.
Hmm.
So,
So their Bible has the same stories we're reading.
hmm. Yeah, even Jews are mentioned there. The great Exodus will be how Jews go away from Egypt with Moses. I remember this. It will
Hmm.
happen later in the book.
Yeah.
I watched cartoon. Yeah, I remember. The King of Egypt, Disney, or not, maybe not Disney, but
Yes.
it's okay, American cartoon. Yeah, it was really cool. Actually, I should rewatch it. In the childhood, it was wow. It was nice.
Uh, I love that movie. That's a
Yeah,
good movie.
you also watched. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, very good.
Childhood memories.
Yeah, it's a good reason to rewatch it. But maybe, yeah,
Hmm.
it would be cool. Thanks.
Um. So, do you mind if we the next chapter is just I looked on the plan. It says chapter 10's just lists of names. Like
Oh,
it's like it's a genealogy
of
saying like
of course we can skip it.
it says like the sons of Jehoshaphat is Gomer, Magog, Medai, Javad, Tubal, and then it says the sons of this guy is such and such. And like
Yeah, I just
it,
uh,
it's just a list of names.
yeah, we can skip it.
Yeah. So we can do the first part of chapter 11 because it also has uh, a list there as
Yeah,
well.
I see it from Shem to Abram.
Hmm. So we can do the Tower of Babel.
Sure, we can if you have time, David. I also don't want to delay you. And
No, it seems short. We can do it.
oh, okay, I will gladly turn. Okay, if you want, you can start.
All right. The Tower of Babel. Now the whole earth had one language and one common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. Uh, they said to each other, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used brick together with stone and tar and mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be scattered over the face of the whole earth."
Mhm. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible to them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other. The Lord scattered them from there over all the earth and they stopped building the city. Oh, okay, I finished.
That is why it's called Babel,
Yeah.
because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world, and from there the Lord scattered them over the face of the earth.
Hmm. Well, this is pretty clear because people became so proud, so arrogant, so ambitious,
Mhm.
so that they wanted to reach the level of God, of the God, by
Mhm.
building this. And
Mhm.
it also explains why we speak different languages.
Yeah. My 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 Bible here has notes for that,
Yeah.
saying, well, there's two. The actual tower,
Uh huh.
which was a temple, a ziggurat,
Ziggurat.
um,
Okay.
most often built as temples, look like pyramids with steps or ramps leading up the sides. They stood as high as 300 feet and were often just as wide. Thus, they were the focal point of the city. The people in this story built their tower as a monument to their own greatness, something for the whole world to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is the Tower of Babel was a great human achievement, a wonder of the world, but it was a monument to the people themselves rather to God.
Ah,
They may
okay.
they may build monuments to ourselves. For example, expensive clothes, a big house, a fancy car, and an important job to call attention to our own achievements. These may not be wrong in themselves, but when we use them to give us identity and self-worth, we take God's place in our lives.
Yeah.
We're we, we are free to develop in many areas, but we are not free to think of how we can replace God. What
Yeah.
towers have you built in your life?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, also
Mm-hmm.
people these days, yeah, pay so much attention to this expensive clothes, other attributes.
Mm-hmm.
And for them it becomes God.
Yeah, and it's as a kid I listened to like you know what like a radio show.
Okay.
Um, they did a radio show on this story,
Okay.
and that it said that God walked among the city and saw the sin of the city of all the people working together to build
Yeah.
this monument. And um yeah, it sounded like how they did it. It made it sound like you were there in the city with them, and it was quite amazing.
Wow.
I could send you the link if you want.
Yeah, sure. It would be
But
cool.
it was it's quite it it felt like you were in the story
Wow.
listening.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, some radio shows can be really impressive
mhm.
like this, and
It
it would be interesting to see.
yeah, and it seems like one of just another story about how we as human beings try to replace God with our own stuff,
Yeah.
trying to
Here,
build monuments.
here yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Also,
Mhm.
monuments replaces this. And, yeah.
Re, this brought to mind in Armenia, the mother of Armenia. Like, um, I went to a museum that Mother Armenia statue replaced a statue of Stalin,
Yeah.
and it reminds like how at least in the USSR the leaders would always put monuments of themselves
Yeah. Big
to
monuments.
have to like in other communist countries like North Korea where they set themselves as gods.
Yeah, well, because people need something or someone to believe in always, and since communism rejects religion, you know,
Mm,
then they need to make some substitute, and they do some false stuff, like false stuff, putting some Stalin, some dictator stuff, portray
mhm,
themselves as a god. They are trying to take the god's place, but eventually it finishes bad for them. Their monuments are destroyed, and most of people do not
mhm.
like them. Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
good example.
Mhm. And it just sounds like a very similar story to the how how it was in this story, like that they tried so hard to build this tower and then it falls apart in the end.
Yes.
Just how just how in, you can choose anything like how Hitler or Stalin or anyone they tried to build their own their own monument, their own tower basically.
Yeah, their own town and it collapsed. And it
Yeah, and
collapsed.
it seemed that um we are all trying to build something on the wrong foundation.
Yes, that what exactly I wanted to say. Yeah, on the wrong foundation. On the bones, you can't build the happiness or something. On the bones,
Mhm.
on the wrong foundation. Yeah. If you do the
Mhm.
godly style stuff which God likes, when you have God, etc., you don't break, how you call it, amendments, not amendments,
Commandments, yeah.
yeah, amendments, yeah, if you don't break it them, then it will be okay. But if you break them, if
Mhm.
you kill people, exploit, etc., do evil stuff, you can get
Mhm.
some temporary success, but then it will be collapsed because it goes
Mhm.
against the God and good
Mhm.
things. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
this Babel Tower only,
Mhm.
these
It
empires and shit.
um and also Jesus told a story about two uh like a two people built a house, one on sand and one on a rock. That uh, the one that listens to Jesus and puts it into action is the one who built it on the rock. The one who uh, heard Jesus's words but doesn't do anything is like a person who builds it on the sand.
Yeah.
And then when life's trials and anger and stuff, like when the when the one when the one when the wind and rain came against the houses, the one on the sand got washed away, but the one that was on the rock, it stayed firm.
Yeah, stayed firm because the solid foundation. Yeah, it makes
Hmm.
much sense.
That's why the Bible describes Jesus as the true foundation. Um, that that, there's many descriptions of God as like the cornerstone, as like as a foundation block that people
Yeah.
build on.
Yeah, even before revolution, this communist revolution, Russian people were very well believed in God so much. They were believers, and in every corner, in every hut, or in the corner of every house, they had the corner devoted to God. They had this cross there, or some icon of with some saints of with Jesus Christ. It was like foundation also corner.
Mhm.
After revolution, they
Wow.
replaced it with Stalin's portrait. But
Wow.
yeah, in the corner put, yeah. But after he died, many people removed his portrait, and it was hidden these portraits of saints and Jesus behind this. Yeah,
Huh.
so
Wow.
makes sense. Yeah, in the corner, it's even in my grandparents' place in the countryside, they have farmhouse, and in the corner they have the shelf in the corner, and there is a picture of some saint painting icon. You call it icon, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Like foundation, corner, strong corner.
Mhm. Yeah. Um. Okay. Because the way that I grew up is that's not what we did. Um. We I grew up with um not having saints or having people like that. But I know the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church has saints and um, like that. Um, it's it's very beautiful, the paintings and the portraits.
Yeah, we call them icons. Yeah, wooden
Hmm.
icons. It's
Yeah.
Orthodox. Yeah, I think in Catholic Church doesn't have icons, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been to uh, a Catholic church.
Catholic. Oh,
Um, I would love to someday, but
okay. I thought you are Catholic. You are Protestant. Your religion
yeah,
is okay. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
Protestant. Yeah,
Protestant.
Yeah. Protestants for sure they don't have. They're pretty
No.
strict, I would say, without without much show off, without the
Yeah.
gold and the stuff. Yeah.
Um, the biggest thing that I think distinguishes between Protestant and Catholic, or is that um, most people in the Catholic faith they get baptized as a baby,
Aha.
and as Protestants we believe in giving people um, the chance to choose if they want to get baptized or not.
Wow, this is really nice. Yeah, this
So
because Protestantism is like a refurbished version, not refurbished. revised version of Catholicism.
Mhm.
Catholicism. There were many wars in Europe even because of that, as
Yeah.
Catholics versus Protestants,
Mhm.
big
My
ruckus.
my my heritage is is called Mennonite, which is a branch of um well, Mennonite is both um a people group and um a belief uh that they actually escaped to Russia to escape
Wow.
the war. The queen, what was her name? The queen of Russia
Uh,
said to uh I can look it up. Anyways,
Catherine, most probably Queen Catherine. We didn't have many queens in Russia. Maybe
okay,
Catherine. Yeah.
Catherine, I think so. Um, she she welcomed my people into Ukraine and into all over Russia for farmland.
Oh, nice. Okay, can
And
you
then
spell the name of your community one more time? I'll just Google it. I'm interested.
Mennonite is MENN, then IN,
The
men in
MEN then?
N, two N's.
Men. Ah, Menon. Okay, Mennonite. Okay, thank you, Google. Mennonites are based on the teaching tradition of Men Simons, members of certain Christian groups belonging to church communities. Dark Rush. Oh, okay. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, and then there there was like uh, Russian colonies of Mennonites.
Wow, yeah, in Wikipedia occasionally Ukrainian Mennonites, group of Mennonites who are descendants of Dutch. Wow, Volga region. Wow, interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, Catherine the Great of Russia. Manifesto
yeah.
inviting all Europeans to come and settle various pieces of land within Russia,
Hmm.
southern Ukraine. I'll bookmark it so I can read it later. Like a minute. To Misk Mennonites. Wow, good to know. So you, it's nice to learn something new. I've never
Yeah,
heard about Mennonites and that you are related to Russia, Ukraine, southern Ukraine.
yeah. Um,
Cool.
my grand my grandpa was born in Ukraine, and then when the revolution happened, he was moved to Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, Kyrgyzstan. Okay.
That is where my mom was born.
Okay.
And then when she was 5 years old, she came to Canada.
Wow, very nice.
Um, yeah, and that's with this conflict that's happening. I feel very touched and very interested. Um, to be honest with you, Andre, I feel like God's going to use this conflict for how he's using, like in these stories, how he uses it for his glory.
Yeah,
That
I hope so.
I do believe that one way or
Yeah,
another.
I do believe also. Yeah, everything is this how to say the God acts in a very put it like minute. Uh, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Yeah, that's what people
Yeah.
say. Yeah, I should learn it. Yeah, you never know how it will be resolved, but nevertheless, it will be according to the God's plan. I believe it.
Hmm.
Whatever happens, it happens for the best. I believe. even bad things. Then after some time you see and you realize that it had to happen. Even
Yeah,
now we maybe don't understand something. Now we are angry, but later we'll see how it is.
yeah. I was reminded of a verse that I'm just finding it.
Sure.
Um, um, it says in Romans 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
4:17. Niv.
or maybe this is not the verse.
It's like a quote. I have made you a
Hmm.
father of many nations. This one.
No, no, that's the wrong one.
Ah,
That's not the one that I was thinking of.
11.
Um, ah, sometimes the one that I'm thinking of. Ah, anyway, I can't remember the verse, but the verse says that God is never late or never
Yeah,
early, that
yeah,
He's always on time.
yeah. It's true.
That I believe that even though it looks like God may not be um, doing anything at the moment right now, but uh, yeah, he he works in the background, it seems.
Yeah, yeah. Here I agree. I experienced it myself many times. Sometimes you think, ah, life was ruined. Ah, why it happened, and then everything. Then after some time you understand. Oh, thank you, God, that it
Mhm.
has happened. But initially you thought, oh, it, everything's so bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, recently I read a story. One frustrated man wanted to commit a suicide, jump from the bridge, but then he changed his mind and decided to give
Oh.
one more try. And he gave one more try, and everything went very well. With him, he got married, he got family, kids, etc. Yeah,
Wow.
but some time ago he was about to commit suicide. I read the story. Actually, some cop
Wow.
persuaded him not to jump from the bridge. It was in America somewhere, I believe, in America.
Wow.
Persuaded. Mhm. That's it.
Yeah, it's amazing that just as we think that we're at our end,
Yeah.
God just says it's just the beginning.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to say this exact the same thing at the end, but in the beginning. I experienced such things also in the past.
Yeah. Well, it's about 11 now at
Oh,
night. I
yeah, David, it's pretty late at your place. So, good
um
night.
I was I could go on all night, but I have to get up at 6 in the morning.
Oh, fuck. I pity you.
So
It's difficult.
I know, but it's work.
Work and
I
work.
get off I
Okay.
get off at 3 though.
Oh,
So
my God. Okay. Okay, you have a good working week then. Good, productive, successful. Yeah.
you as well.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can pray for you about throughout
I
the week?
I don't know. On your how to say on your consideration, anything.
All right.
For
That
your
sounds good.
yes. Thank you, David. It was nice talking to you
Thank you,
again.
Andre.
Yes. Bye. Good night.
All right. See you.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Enjoy you too.
Enjoy the day, the Independence Day.
Yeah. Happy Independence Day, by the way. I know you are not from India, but still, happy
Well,
Independence Day.
we were still part of the Commonwealth as well.
Then it's no problem. I think Indian people won't mind if you wish them Independence Day. They're very good people.
Yes, they are. I've met quite a bit here. They're very nice people.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
chalo, bye, tata, see you.
Ta-ta.